Alright, Mr. Gatekeeper here. Got Mr. Wheelchair Man's Fat Boy 1 pill. This is an older Fat Boy. You can tell this thing's been definitely been used pretty well. Still working fine. He basically just wants some more power, so he wanted me to convert it to a 2-pill 228.79 box. So I'm going to try to see if I can find another Toshiba to match this one that's already in here. I'll have to lift the legs up on the collector and the base to check the HFE value of it. So basically I'm just going to kind of show you what it's doing before the modification. We've got a 250 watt slug. We are on 14.5 volts. 250 watt slug. This is RMS. We're driving it with 4 watts with a bench radio. Oh dear. We're reading the top scale. Oh dear. So that's getting close to about 25-30 bird RMS. Here's your PEP wattage. Alrighty, it's getting there close to about 125 watts or so, 120 watts peak. So since this is going to be a high drive amplifier now, we're going to remove the variable. There's really going to be no need for it. And turn this thing into a 2-pill high drive, 228.79s. So we'll be back and let you see the outcome. Alright, brother, well you actually have a pretty high gain transistor, which means this 1 pill hasn't been ran really hard at all. And actually, the only transistor I have here other than a new one is this one right here that matches it. This transistor is used but was took out of a driver section of a amplifier. I can't remember why, but it had literally barely been used at all, and this right here will show it. The HFE of this thing is almost like a brand new Toshiba. HFE is 66. A brand new Toshiba can show usually somewhere around anywhere from 70 to 80. I've even seen them get as high as 9 on the Atlas right here. So I mean, this transistor right here is pretty much almost brand new. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So you're getting a real good transistor here. So I just wanted to show that to you real quick. Alright, man, well, getting this thing put together. I'm putting you some new power wires on here. These didn't quite cut it. I want to make this thing good and durable for you so it'll last for you. Alright, man, we'll be back. Alright, Mr. Wheelchair Man, I'm all done. We got this thing converted into a high drive 2-pill for you. I went ahead and did a couple of things for you, man. I cleaned the box up as good as I could. I put a plug in there for you where the variable was. Like I said, I cleaned the side of the case for you, cleaned all that gunk out. I really couldn't get inside the box to clean it out for you, but I cleaned the back for you, add you an antenna and a transmitter sticker. Transmitter plus, of course, is going to be your radio. Antenna is your antenna or the coax going to your watt meter. Went ahead and done the conversion. Got new power wire on here for you, man. Some good long power wire. So this to show you right here, man. This is something that one of my mentors that's passed away now taught me many years ago. Just taking the silver dip micas off the output transformer and replacing them with metals will give you more watts. And it's true. I just seen it with my own eyes, which I've seen many times. But that was the last thing that I did, was replaced the silver dip mica with this 1000 picofarad metal case mica, 500 volt. That's a $4.50 part. But it was doing about 210 watts, or right at 200 watts, 210 watts, right there around that point. And just changing that out alone, now it's off the scale, doing 250 watts PEP with the amount of drive I'm giving it. We're going to go ahead and hook this thing up on a little bit more drive, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I do not recommend driving this box as hard as you would a 2-pill high drive if it was in a bigger box, because you do not have a whole lot of heat sink here at all. It would actually be beneficial if you can get some fans, or put a fan blowing through the heat sink right here. Maybe just set a fan beside the box blowing through. That is going to be very beneficial, because this box will heat up pretty quick on you. But I will show you that the watts are there, and this thing is rocking and rolling. I retuned the input, didn't have to retune the output. It was good to go. Had to put you a hot bus down right here. Got your diode, your protection diode right there. Got you a little bit of capacitance on the hot bus. Got your choke there going to your output transformer that's powering the transistors. Like I said, had to tune the input, fine tune the input to the best possible tune. Had to add these two feedback circuits right here, your flyback circuits, wherever you want to call it. And also, there was no ground lugs. Let me see if I can get zoomed in here. There was no ground lugs on the SO239s, which I know they were. This case I don't think was clear coated, so they were just relying on the case to give the SO239s a ground. But I don't ever want to trust a case like that, especially on down the road where the case can get oxidized, etc., etc. It's best to go ahead and put a physical ground like I've done now. You've got a ground lug right here on each SO239 now, grounded to the board, because you do not want to break that ground. If you ever break a ground right here, you got to think this is a coax right here with a ground and your center conductor, your shield and your center conductor. It's coming through, and it needs to come back through with the ground and the center conductor again. If this ground is broke some way, or does not have enough ground, that's where you're going to have feedback. You're going to have major feedback, RF trying to travel, because it's going to be trying to find that ground, and it will find it any way possible if it has to find it through your body. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, all right, man, let's show you how, what it's doing now. And also, I had to put two new 120 silver dip micas there on the collector to ground. Okay. A lot of times, somebody would normally put a 330 right here on this transformer. Believe it or not, I was actually able to get a match about 2 times better without it. It's probably got something to do with the 43 core right there, but it's tuned great. Probably could even throw another amp on there, but she's rocking and rolling. She's doing good. So let's go ahead and show you. Alright, you remember what it was doing? About 120 watts. And I think it was doing like 30 bird with this amount of drive from the radio. Alright. Now we are seeing, oh, that's right there, almost 65 watts RMS. That's average power. Okay, so we've more than doubled the average power. And here's your PEP. Go off the scale, over 250 watts. Here's your input tune, 5 watts slug and reverse. Do-dia, do-dia. Less than a quarter of watt reflect. Looks great. Alright, so what I'm going to do now for you, man, is I'm going to go ahead and hook up a hotter radio and give this thing a little bit more drive. But I would probably suggest just running the radio with a mild, running the amplifier with a mild radio. I would not drive this with a driver or anything like that. Like I said, you don't have a lot of heat sink here. This thing will warm up on you. So, you know, just pay attention to the heat. Make sure it don't get too hot. And one more thing I almost forgot. Let me turn the power off just in case. I went ahead and put you some feet on the bottom for you there too. Okay, so this thing won't be sliding around. Alright, man, I'm going to press pause and I'll hook up a hotter radio and we'll see what this thing's going to do. Alrighty, man, we got a little bit of a hotter radio hooked up to it now, which is my D-rail radio. We're going to be giving this thing probably right there around 40-50 watts PEP, which I do not suggest you driving this amp this hard. I just want to show you that the watts is there, the drive is there. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing for a 2-pill 2879 box. Okay, we're on the 500 watt slug now, so we're looking at the middle scale where you see the 50, that's 500 watts, the 20 is 200 watts. Alright, so this is average RMS power. Oh, look at that, over 200 watts RMS. See, that right there is showing you we are getting 100 watts RMS per transistor. If I can't make a 2-pill do 200 bird, then something's wrong and it ain't leaving my bench. Okay? Alright, here's your peak watts, PEP. This is on 14.5 volts. So that's right there getting close to about 400 watts. Right there at 400 watts peak. And like I said, I don't suggest you running the box like that. Although I know you want to see that big power. I'll tell it to you like this, Mr. Wheelchair Man. Monitor the heat. Okay? Put you a fan on it. Good. Monitor your heat. Put your fan sitting right here blowing through it, and just kind of see how you can do, how long you can talk with it. Just monitor the heat, make sure it don't get too hot on you. These boxes are normally designed for 2-pill 2290, 1-pill designs, although they do sell trucker 2-pill 2879 boxes in these cases I've seen, but they're not, like I said, they're not really designed to take the load or take the drive that one would sitting in a bigger box with a bigger heat sink, because heat will kill. But hey, this thing's rocking for you, brother. We got this thing doing 3 times plus more output PEP wise than it did coming in. You pretty much got you 2 Toshiba 2879s. It's in great health, almost near brand new health, HFE wise. So here you go, man. I appreciate you for hanging in there with me, Mr. Wheelchair Man. We'll get 4 screws put in here for you. I'll give you 4 new stainless steel screws in here for you, and get the video out to you and give you a call and get this thing out to you, man. Alright, bud, if you got anything else you need done, just give me a holler and let me know. Mr. Gatekeeper right here around the Northeast end of Charge. Yeah, I'm good and gone. Bye-bye, 73rds. God bless.